Why is the Mass referred to as the Eucharist? What is the meaning of the term Eucharist? The Gospel accounts tell us that at the Last Supper, Jesus gave thanks to God and blessed or praised Him. The Greek word for the verb to give thanks is Eucharistein, and it was this term that was gradually used to describe the entire celebration. Thanksgiving is not just a part of the Eucharist, but the whole Eucharist is an act of thanksgiving, and it is to be celebrated with gratitude. The Christian act of thanksgiving is connected to the Jewish attitude of praising God in all circumstances. This attitude of blessing or praising God is found often in the Psalms and acknowledges God's qualities, His faithfulness, steadfast love, holiness, transcendence. The attitude of thanksgiving looks more specifically at what humans receive from God, the gifts He pours out in abundance. Jesus is the model of thanksgiving. He acknowledges the Father's goodness to humanity, and as Son, He thanks the Father. We sometimes say to others, "Words cannot express how grateful I am to you." For humans, gratitude remains limited. Only Jesus can praise and thank the Father perfectly, not just in words, but through a total offering of Himself. The attitude of praising and thanking God is seen in Jesus' life throughout His ministry. In Luke chapter 10:21, Jesus rejoices in the Spirit and as Son thanks the Father. Thanksgiving is not just a human reaction, but it is inspired by the Spirit. We share in the Son's thanksgiving. At the raising of Lazarus in John chapter 11 verse 41, Jesus thanks the Father before the miracle takes place. He says, "I thank you for having heard me." Jesus acknowledges that the miracle is not of His own authority, but it is an action of the Father, like all the other miracles. The raising of Lazarus announces Jesus' own resurrection, and so He is thanking the Father in anticipation for His own resurrection. At the Last Supper, we see the generosity of the Father and the gratitude of the Son. Jesus is aware that the Father has given all things to Him and that He has come from the Father and was going to the Father. Jesus' thanksgiving is not just a sentiment or a feeling, but an act of self-offering, a sign of love, a deed of sacrifice. At every Eucharist, we join in the praise and thanksgiving of the Son to the Father. Various moments in the Eucharist express this attitude of praise and thanksgiving. The entrance hymn, the Gloria, the acclamations, the Sanctus, and especially the Eucharistic prayer, which is described in the Catechism of the Catholic Church as the summit of the celebration. The attitude of praise and thanksgiving should be a reality in all aspects of a Christian's life. We need to develop this attitude of thanking God for all that we have received, blessing Him in all situations, even when things don't seem to be according to our liking. Thanksgiving leads to change and transformation. This will prevent us from being pessimistic and will fill us with hope based on God's saving action. We come to the Eucharist then with grateful hearts and join in the Church's act of blessing and thanking the Father through the Son and with Him and in the Spirit.